G'day Scrappers, Mennace here with another episode of Scrap Mechanic, and today I have a very special episode for you because I'm not wearing any hockey pads. I made the Batmobile inside Scrap Mechanic and that really did throw my voice out. Amazing. I was at work and I thought, you know what? I'm going to make myself a Batmobile. And as you can see, it's like fully armor plated. It's got the little jet boosters at the back so we can intercept bazookas shot by the Joker from the back of a truck. And I'm a little bit excited. I know it doesn't look very aesthetically pleasing. I mean, we could work on a little bit of the aesthetics. I like the gun turrets I've sort of made at the front here. That looks pretty cool. I just use bearings pretty much for the entire thing to make all this sort of flak armor type thing, reflective armor that we got. And then inside here, there's a whole heap of stuff. There's some controllers, there's some engines, and I need to bring back my UI. And I thought about this being a two-piece vehicle. So I got a surprise. We need to delete this block. Using the remote control bug, we can do this, but let's take it for a lap first. Look at this, the front like moves around. Whoa, that's a little bit too fast. We press 1, we've got the jets for that extra bit of boost. It actually works pretty well if we're just cruising around here. It's not too bad, but you know, sometimes the Bat, he needs a little bit of extra maneuverability and a different use of a vehicle. And you know what we've got? If we press number 2, and then press number 3, we've got the Batcycle. Oh, that was really anticlimactic. As you can see, using the... Oh, man, that's disappointing. That's just stuffed everything up now. Using the amazing remote control bug, we've made the Batcycle. And this thing does nothing but drive forward and fall over. I might work on this a little bit more. And unfortunately now, the Batmobile has completely lost everything. So once you pick up the seat with the remote control connection, it severs everything to here, and as you can see, the engines are still running and whatnot. So I might, I'm going to reload the world because I obviously backed this up before I did any of this because things could go horribly wrong, and I'll show you what happens a little bit more in depth. This is the world that I have backed up, and I need to delete the blocks. So for those of you who don't know how this little remote control bug works, we'll do a little example here. Now, we did the RC cars. A lot of people are like, hey, Mennace, how do I do this? So I want to show you that very quickly. What we need to do to make our remote control vehicle is simply put down a seat, then we chuck a bearing down, which we did there, a block, then a bearing, and then build your little vehicle off the side here. So let's just make like a wee little, you know what we're going to make? We're going to make it like this. So, just so you know, I didn't come up with this bug. There was a guy, I believe he put it on Reddit. I don't recall his name. I think some people were trying to make sure that he actually got credit for it. And I give all the credit to him, but I don't know his name. He's got a small YouTube channel with like 20 subs. He came up with it, and you know what? 10 out of 10, mate. This thing is a really good bug. Hats off to you, mate. So, whoever you are. We hook up our engine just like this, like we would any normal vehicular structure inside of the mechanics. We need to then drop out our lift like that, okay? Now we have to then remove this block simply like that. And as you can see, things are still connected, except for that. Need to connect that. That's fine. And then you can just... off she goes. Remote control vehicles like that. So using that concept, I thought, you know what would be cool is to make the Batmobile a two-piece vehicle. And I think there's a lot of possibilities. I really hope they don't remove the bug in the game because this is cool. You could come up with some cool stuff. I've got a few ideas in the works that I really would love to get my head around and try and get the design flaws out. There's a lot of limitations with what I want to do. We'll save that for another day, as always. My super squirrel secret stuffs. Let's get into the Batmobile. We're going to pop it here onto the lift. Oh yeah, also back to this thing here. So there's a little bit of boundaries with the remote control vehicle. The lift, you can pop the actual disconnected vehicle anywhere. Oi, be quiet you. And then drop it down and it will still actually work, okay? But as soon as we lift this up, it's all over, boys. No more connection between the seat and whatnot. So we'll drop that down there, which is fine. We don't need that anymore. In here, there's obviously two parts to the Batmobile. There is the single structure which I built first, which is the motorcycle in the middle, and then from there I just connected absolutely everything, made basically a shell for the rest of the Batmobile using this one connection block. So once this block is severed, this becomes a separate vehicle, and that becomes actually the remote, which is why I've had to build the stilts. So if we open up in here, you can see I have got, look at that mess. Oh, spaghetti! We've got like this guy here, this bar here onto this bearing that actually pops up, and a couple at the back also pop up. We have in here, do you see these ones? These ones, they actually move out to the side and they lock in the motorcycle in place. So you can actually, I didn't do it before, we'll get in here. We can actually sever this connection, right? And we can still drive around, no worries, because it's all held in place with the blocks. All right, and then once we do get into a position where Catwoman needs to borrow our bicycle because she's such a foxy lady, we're going to have to get into, I guess, a siege mode, or like in another mode. So we'll jump in here. I've got it connected up to the switches here. So number 2 will actually pop it up like that and drop down your motorcycle here, and then that'll open up the front flap, and then we can sort of drive off. Oh, that's right. So this is the version that's saved that is not exactly 100%. What I needed to do, so I wonder if I can like pop this here. Oh, this is going to be terrible. What I needed to do actually was add some extra length to just one block on here, and then one block on here, like that. We can drive this away. Well, I wonder what's going to happen here. Oh, we're all good. Is this still connected? It is. So now it actually won't drive anywhere. So our docking station is not going anywhere, even though the engine's still powering those wheels at the back, and we can even go like that. Yeah, you can still ride around this horrible motorcycle. What I might do, maybe make a Batmobile Part 2, like a Mark II, where we have a motorcycle that actually can be stable and drive around on its own. So we might do that in another video, but I really wanted to share this with you guys because I think it's super cool. The Batmobile, I love Batman, Dark Knight Rises, and all the entire Nolan series is one of my favorite set of movies all time. The Batman Begins, not so much. 2 and 3 are really good. I absolutely love these Batman movies. But anyway, let me know what you reckon. Do you have any other suggestions, like any other vehicles? Like, how cool would it be to use this concept for some kind of larger structure that you could, drive in, and then it transforms into a smaller vehicle and you can go away? Then what I really want to do is have this as a vehicle. Like, my idea was to hopefully have this back up in here, right? And then we can just simply press 1 and blah, 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 and it'll lift it back up and we can drive away again. But unfortunately, the motorcycle is a little bit blah, because I'm not very good with them yet. I'll do some research on how to do a motorbike. If you have suggestions on a motorbike, leave a comment below. But not, a bit of a short video today. I wanted to share this idea with you guys. I think it's super cool. Let me know what you think in the comments below, as always. If you're new here, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Sticking around for more scrap mechanic videos in the future. My name is Mennace. I'll see you guys in the next video.